With just a few clicks, you can completely change the look and feel of all your future designs in CoaMaker, and I will show you how. So I've already added the shield in the standard CoaMaker OR. So you see the standard colors here when you go to colors. Here, default colors are the CoaMaker default colors. So these are the colors that all elements have that you add to the design. So let's take here the Viper, edit, and you see it is the default color of CoaMaker. These are the colors you find here in the palette. We will now change the color palette to Forgotten Realm. So I set this to default. You see here, default colors now. We will add the shield in new, and you already see the gold, the OR in heraldic language, is already another one. It looks old, worn, used, like in the style of Forgotten Realm. And when we get the Viper again, you see the same thing. So the color is different. Completely different style, although the elements are the same. So, and color does a lot to heraldic designs. Let's try another one. So, more vibrant one, Splendor Palace. Let's do it again. So, we see here a very warm gold. And here, quite vibrant, bit of brighter greenish blue here. So this looks like more playful. I mean, it's still a Viper, but it looks more playful. It's for fantasy settings, for example, that are not dark, but bright, or at least appear not to be that dark. Let's try another one, Rococo Romance. So when you go for something that is like in a pastel world, so it will give a very different feel as well. Here some gold that looks like apricot already a bit, and here let's take the Viper again. It's completely different feel. And let's take Vampire Castle as the last colorful colors. So again, the shield and the Viper. So the colors of Vampire Castle are of course a bit spooky, so red looks like blood and blue like midnightish color. Sometimes you only want to have the outlines because you want to color them by yourself, or you want to make a stamp or something. Then you can go for plain white. When you set plain white as your default colors, then everything you add will be plain white. So here we have the shield, and then we have the Viper. So you don't need to click all the colors to set them to white. You can just set them to white by choosing so. You don't have to limit yourself to one color palette, although one color palette is always the one that recolors the default, or like, let's say, resets the default colors. So when you go for Splendor Palace, all colors will be adjusted like this. But if you want to have a color from another palette, that's possible as well. So we have chosen plain white, so everything here is white, as you can see. But let's go to CoaMaker default, and you see now that we have the default colors here. When you now add Rococo Romance to the palette, not setting it as default, but adding it to the palette, then you see that you have Rococo Romance here as options as well. Let's add Vampire Castle as well. Click again on some items so that the color palette's updated. And now you see that you have all the colors here. This way you can recolor all your designs very easily. You can pick the color palette that matches the style and ambience of your world the best. And you can even pick multiple color palettes so that it's easy for you to find the colors that you need. If you recolor any item on the canvas, this color will be added to the palettes as well. So let's go here for something striking, and you see it is here in the beginning. Same here, you find it here always. So I hope this new color palette feature helps you to create all the designs that you need for your world building, role-playing, fantasy projects, or even heraldic design for your own family or institution. So have fun, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel so that you get further updates. Have fun with CoaMaker.